Hey guys, how's it going? Lex here. This is just a little update video to update you on yesterday's video titled, Is this the end of GTA 5 modding? Let's talk. There's been a few updates and things that I just want to talk about because this is still an ongoing thing and this hasn't really calmed down yet. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched the previous video. Any way that I can to sort of like get this out there to people so they can in some way fight back or just make themselves known to Rockstar, to Take-Two, to whoever, to the press, so we can get this thing more publicity, is great. So thanks to everyone who's watched and shared and all that sort of stuff. There's going to be some comments on the screen right about now. These are actually from that video. Just wanted to feature a couple of them there. But I want to move on so we can look at what's happened since then. So the petition currently has 21,587 supporters. It's gone up a massive amount since we did the video yesterday. It's absolutely amazing to see. And on top of that, the review score on Steam for GTA 5 has now turned into mostly negative, with only 21% of the user reviews being positive, and those were all before the Open4 thing happened. And the overall rating is now only 73%, which means if people keep going and they keep leaving negative scores, I assume it's going to go down into the 60%, which I think is labeled as just positive and might even put this as a 6-star rating on the Google search. So I think it's doing something to get the attention of Rockstar and Take-Two, and in fact it has, because last night Rockstar actually gave a statement on the whole thing. And what did Rockstar say? Did they say, whoa, our publishers have gone a bit far, we're gonna sort this out? Well, not entirely. Let's just have a read of this. Take-Two's actions were not specifically targeting single-player mods. Well, that's fine. I see they've pointed out that it was like Take-Two's actions, it wasn't them. I think they're distancing themselves from their publisher, which is, I don't know if that's expected or not, but that's what they've done. But they go on to say, unfortunately, Open4 enables recent malicious mods that allow harassment of players and interfere with the GTA Online experience for everybody. This is the thing that is completely and utterly false, and if it is true, they've gone the completely wrong route in trying to tackle this problem. Apparently, they say that Open4 enables malicious mods for online. Open4 doesn't work in online. The whole point of Open4 is it is a file explorer, so you can look at files that work with Rage Engine games like GTA 5, like GTA 4, Max Payne as well. There's a bunch of other games as well that run on the Rage Engine, like the Red Dead Redemption series as well runs on Rage. And the whole point is that it allows you to change models of cars, and it allows you to change the map things to make different maps, and you can add cars in and change textures, change what your character looks like. All that sort of stuff is done with this. It's all client side. Now, it does also let you go into some config files to change things like handling, so you can make cars slower, faster. You can do things like change the bullet power of a gun or something like that. But in GTA Online, they do have things that detect anything that is irregular with your game, and it reverts it back, and it would just set it on like it would like chuck you out the game, restart you, and you'll be put back with the same stats as everyone else. So they already have checks in place that stops this stuff from happening, which makes me wonder what these recent malicious mods are. But if they did have some way, maybe these hackers, this is the thing, they also call it malicious mods. I think the thing that we have to realize here is that there's a difference between a mod and a hack. And I don't really consider anything that works on GTA Online to be a mod. I consider it to be a hack. But if they have these recent malicious mods / hacks that have gone through Open4, why didn't they? There's so many things that they could have done. They could have found ways to contact the people making those mods. They could have looked at what it is that was a flaw in their own system and updated and patched that and got rid of it because it was a clear security flaw in their system. Maybe they could have even contacted Open4 team. I'm not sure if they have any sort of like Rockstar talk to the team with Open4. Apparently there's been things in the past where they have sort of like worked together. I'm not entirely sure on that though. But they could have like talked to them and said, look, there's this thing that people are abusing with your program. Can you get rid of that? And, you know, so we can get back onto people using single player mods and people can go back to playing GTA Online properly. They haven't really done any of that. They go on to say, we are working to figure out how we can continue to support the creative community without negatively impacting our players. The thing is, I think this whole thing has negatively impacted players. This hasn't solved the hacking issue with GTA Online because it is completely different. The hacking issue is done people, like, they get things in the memory of the game and it changes things in online mode and it completely circumvents all the original stuff. And again, it's not to do with Open4, it's something completely different. I can't even pretend to know what it's all about, but all I know is that it works off like memory hacking and all that sort of stuff, and is not a simple mod, because, as I've mentioned, in GTA Online, they detect all of that sort of like tweaked handling files and everything else, and they stop that from affecting the GTA Online game. On top of that, Open4 does have an ASI file that comes with it that you have to use to get Open4 to work and all this sort of stuff that blocks you from online in the first place. So if you had Open4 running with the ASI, you wouldn't even be able to get into online. So it doesn't matter what mod you had, it wouldn't work in online mode. So from this whole thing, it sounds like Rockstar, even though they're like pointing out Take-Two's actions, I think they do have something to do with this. I said in the previous video that we weren't going to blame Rockstar, but I think it's fair enough that we should lump them together, because they claim that they are like caring, but at the same time they've outright lied, in my opinion, because I don't think at all that Open4 enables any sort of recent malicious mods. But if it did, this is not the way to solve it. So Good NTS, who is the lead developer of Open4, did actually come back against these statements from Rockstar, and he says, Open4, Liberty City and GTA 5, and all other mods projects for my team and me are only specific for single player. Rockstar must be well aware about the fact that you cannot access GTA Online while you have installed any Open4 mod. And he's gone on with a screenshot that says, alert, you are attempting to access GTA Online servers with an altered version of the game, return to Grand Theft Auto 5. As I've pointed out, this whole thing is not for GTA Online. At the bottom, they've pointed out that the statement that Rockstar made claiming that it was enabling recent malicious mods is just wrong, and they know it. Open4 does not allow or support any kind of GTA Online mods. They have always supported Rockstar in their right to protect the GTA Online from hacks and cheats. But Take-Two cease and desist was specifically out for single-player mods and attacking them, and has no mentions about GTA Online at all in their claims when they were sending the cease and desist. And before we go any further, I just want to correct myself on one thing. In the previous video, I was talking about different ways of reasons why Take-Two sent this cease and desist to the Open4 team, and one of the reasons that I gave was about Liberty City mod, being that they would have to distribute the map files to get it to work, and that was illegal because it was their property. I was in fact wrong about this. I didn't really understand the project completely. This was a relatively new thing that they had told people about. But the only way they would have gotten this to work was you had to have a legitimate copy of GTA 4, and then you would have taken the map files from that, and all they were doing was making a mod that converted that map file for you into this GTA 5, and then allowed you to use it in GTA 5. Which is just, for them to actually have gone that route, which sounds to me so much more complicated than just giving the map, which was just the easy way they could have done it. The fact that they've even gone this route shows to me that they so carefully worked around the whole GTA Online thing. They didn't want to mess that up. They wanted to have a good reputation with Rockstar. So I do want to apologize for sort of blaming them in some way, saying that that was sort of an illegal thing, because that was wrong of me. And now I understand better. I realized that they were doing everything in their power to make it so that it was only for single-player mods, and it was only above the law, which is absolutely amazing of them, and this just makes this story just even more shit, knowing that they did all that and this has still happened. So, with all of these things that have happened, again, what does this mean for the future? Well, as Rockstar, they seem to make it out like they want to do something, but at the same time still blaming Open4 for doing something that it clearly didn't did, which makes me think they're either liars or complete idiots. And that does make me still fear for the future of GTA 5. Still, Scripthook 5 has not had an update, so anyone who has updated to the latest GTA might have a problem. However, Maffins, the amazing person behind the menu mod for GTA 5, has released a brand new version that doesn't need the Scripthook 5 thing. Now, it does have a few flaws. As he's pointed out here, you can't do things like change graphic settings, like even setting full screen or windowed mode with it installed can break things. There's a thing where you have to change the max speed each time. But if you do have the latest version, you can use the brand new version of Menus mod, and apparently it should work. However, for me, I haven't updated yet. I am still using the older version of GTA, which means all of my mods are still working. Now, a lot of you have been telling me to boycott GTA 5 and stop playing it and all this stuff, but as I pointed out in the previous video, if you did miss it, the thing that I have against this is that I've already bought the game, and they're not making any more money or losing money if I was to keep playing the game. It doesn't really send anything to them because there are so many people playing this game that me playing it doesn't really make a difference. As I've said in the previous video, I'm still refusing to play online. I'm not going to buy any shark cards or anything like that. That is my protest to them. And my protest to them is to just continue playing GTA and playing with mods as much as possible. And that means me doing more videos on mods because as far as I'm concerned, people have put in a lot of effort with mods, and I think they should be recognized, and it's almost like an ode to them that I want to keep this thing going and keep this mod community going and not just leave just because of this small thing. It's still not dead. The community's still going. It's probably going to shrink, but let's just keep going, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hold on for dear life and hope that in the end it all works out. But that's going to be it. This is supposed to just be a quick update. I know that I ramble on. That's typical of my style. Hopefully this video hasn't been too long for you once it's all edited down. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. There will be some normality returning to this channel very soon. I've just been very busy, and conveniently these updates have been very easy to put out. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye!